Mass media has changed our culture in several ways. Mass media has evolved tremendously throughout the years in the radio, newspapers, magazines, and especially on social media. With social media, it can share information within seconds. I think that for young people, with social media becoming so popular, it's honestly promoting bullying. Anyone can say or capture anything in the world that they'd like to, ultimately influencing opinions, and most of the time it's in a negative way. I think that mass media is leaving a negative impact on our culture. For example, models on Instagram portray unrealistic body images and standards by photoshopping or editing content. This leads women all over the world to feel insecure about their bodies and lifestyles to achieve something that is just quite almost impossible. This can also lead to serious health problems such as eating disorders and mental health problems. Another reason why mass media is negative for our culture is I believe that it also promotes violence and bullying. Anybody can post anything about anyone without any sort of permission, and personally, I think that this is very negative for society, leading people to believe that violence is justifiable, which is never the case. Also, yes, I think there should be restrictions on the media. A few things that we do already have but could be improved on are sensitive content warnings. I think that just being able to swipe it away isn't really doing the warning justice. I think that people really need to take a minute and realize that what they're about to see could really trigger them and make them feel uncomfortable. Another thing I think the media could improve on is if you are under the age of 18, I don't think that you should be able to see any sort of gory, inappropriate, graphic content. I think that this will help young adults from forming the opinion that just because somebody else did it, that doesn't mean that they can do it. And ultimately, I think that these restrictions will help society altogether. Next, the media is having a damaging effect on our culture. It spreads false information and rumors in the blink of an eye. And I think that the media needs to slow down and really revert back to some of their old ways and old tactics that they used to do. For example, back then, Nickelodeon wouldn't show certain shows throughout the day because they believed that children should go outside and get exercise and hang out with their friends and get some sunshine. Today, Nickelodeon streams TV shows all day long, ultimately causing more kids to stay inside, and I believe that they are losing out on exercise that is healthy for their bodies, and that they are losing out on the ability to communicate with others and make friends. I think that as a child, building these relationships are crucial, and that it will help people not rely on their phone so much. Finally, in the next 30 years, I think that the media will know everything about everybody. I think that AI will expand so much that it will give less job opportunities and become a part of people's daily tasks. And I also think that our culture will become fully dependent on electronic devices, meaning that things such as newspapers, magazines, maybe even the radio might not exist anymore. So those are a few reasons why I think that the media is having a negative impact on our culture.